my dad had one of these when I was little. This is an Austin, so this is kind of 60s cab, but his wasn't much newer than this. So it had all the chrome all over it, and no power steering. So when I was little, my dad had these massive, big, strong arms. And then when he sold the Q cab and got a Fairway, which is this one, it had power steering, and he started going a little bit jellier. Yeah, these old cabs, obviously the newer ones are kind of based on the same design. The old ones are great. They're noisy, they rattle, they just smell, and they're, you know, whatever, but they're just so much more, they're actually better, more reliable. The engine lasted longer, less went wrong with them, and they just sort of lasted forever. The only reason why they're getting changed now is because of emission laws. And these older ones, these Austins, they didn't have any locks on the back door, so the old cab drivers used to come in and they'd find homeless people asleep in the back to get out of the cold. But yeah, you can see the meter was on the side there on these older ones, and then they went in the middle, in the top. But then there's a really old one over there, but my dad's not that old. I mean, he's old, but he's not that old.
Basically, I'm a London taxi driver, a dad, a husband, foster carer, and I'm a very, very busy man, and as we all are nowadays.
Yeah, all the chrome, I used to love the chrome grille and all that. I think that's probably why I love that sort of classic looking car now. And the back seat, the windows in the back, you pulled them down with your hand, they weren't like wound down or electric. No seat belts. When I was about 4, I was in the back, sitting on the edge of the seat. There was no seat belts. My dad was like, sit back, and I was like, no. And then he had to emergency stop for something, and I went flying across, just because there were no seat belts in them. And, you know, I don't even think you needed to have them by law back then. And I just flew across, and I learned to sit down on the back of the seat. There's a lot of history in these things. It's a good part of London. It's part of my whole life. My dad used to look after me. My mum was a waitress, so she worked during the day doing lunches at Middle Temple, the law courts. And my dad, before I went to nursery, he would be looking after me during the day because he could obviously pick his hours. And so he'd say, "What do you want to do today, Joe?" And I'd be like, "Oh, I want to go and see the changing of the guard." You know, we'll go up, and it was just sort of normal. You go up, see the soldiers, or you go up and go to the London dungeons, or you go up and see Buckingham Palace, or, you know, wherever else, you know, all over the place. He used to take me, and he knew everyone. We'd go and have tuna sandwiches in the deli, or we'd go to Mr. Wu's Chinese buffet place, and they'd just end up giving me loads of food. It was great. He just seemed to know everyone, and this part of London was just, that was how me and my older sister grew up. So yeah, it's magical. And it's all because of this, all because of Cad.